by one of the Bronx through parentage, which you'll find out later. Please welcome David Rossi!
More comfortable this way.
Okay. Hi, yes, I'm the Tawkin tonight. So now the best seats that I ever had at Yankee Stadium. No, after she said, like, Bronx isn't just Yankee Stadium. Here comes the Yankee Stadium story. So the best seats that I ever had at Yankee Stadium was a couple of years ago, and they were in right field, but right at the wall, right down in front. I'd never been that close to the front before, and they were really nice. It was in the section where, like, you had to show your ticket, and then they let you through, and they were cushioned, like really thick cushions, like that, and in spitting distance of Nick Swisher, things to hear, And they were, even though they were really nice seats and it was kind of fancy, we were still right next to the bleachers. So it was the best of both worlds, comfortable seat, and then a lot of, yelling. And then, just listening all night to the bleacher creatures just yelling, Swisher! And not much else, just your name loudly. But what really surprised me was how much he would answer, and that he would actually interact with them. Like he would turn around and make faces, or he'd like do a little dance, or sometimes he would just do the thing where, you don't actually turn around, you just kind of do this, and he would say, like, guys, just give me a second, I have to concentrate, so just give me like 5 minutes, like the bus driver on a field trip, like I really have to watch the road. And that was fascinating to me, because of all the times that I had come to Yankee Stadium as a kid, it was rare to see the players actually interact with the crowd or even pay attention to anything that they said. Now, like I was saying before, I'm the Tawkin tonight, and I'm originally from Pennsylvania, and that's where I was born and raised, and then I moved to New York in 2004, and I now live in Astoria. But my family's originally from the Bronx. So as a kid, we were coming here all the time. And for two main reasons, really. One, because our family was here, so I would come to see my grandfather and stuff. But two, to go to Yankee Stadium. And in the 80s, that was dangerous to go to Yankee Stadium in the 80s, because the 1980s New York Yankees were confusing and frustrating for all of us. And so to go to Yankee Stadium was putting yourself right in the line of fire. People would throw bottles at each other and onto the field. And one time we were there and we saw a rat drop from the upper deck and just land in this woman's lap. It's like, ah! And then another time we were there and a guy, like right behind us, because he was so excited that like Dave Whitfield got a base hit, that he just poured beer right on my mom's head. Just like, woo! Spring break! But like, even as a kid, you weren't like off limits. I had a friend who, when he was 10 years old, he came to Yankee Stadium, but it was actually to see the Red Sox play, so he was a Red Sox fan. Yeah, right? And he came in his Wade Boggs shirt, and his father, in the parking lot, buys him a Mattingly t-shirt, and like puts it on over the Boggs shirt. He's like, I don't wear it. And he's like, you have to. And he takes his son, by the shoulders and is like, but it's okay. You know what shirt you're really wearing. Because it's not out of the realm of possibility that a 10-year-old would have had the crap kicked out of him by adults who were just so angry that he would be wearing that shirt. And for as terrible as it all sounds, I love coming there, like to Yankee Stadium. That was my favorite place in the world to go. And, it was just, I don't know, it was getting to come there and be a part of something really big. I was from a small town, and I was coming to this big city to just belong here, and in a place where everybody just kind of seemed united. I mean, united in a hatred of anyone who maybe even looked like a Met fan. But united, and that felt good. And in a sense, I felt safe, that even otherwise, that it was dangerous to be there. I mean, to me, being a kid, like coming to Yankee Stadium with all this stuff going on, it was just like drunk, aggressive Disneyland. There was not one chant that would be hollered at Yankee Stadium that didn't have the word sucks in it. Just awesome to a 10-year-old. And, like people threw rats, apparently. And like people would root for the 4 train in the great train race, and then they would holler in horny approval whenever a blonde lady was chosen as fan of the game. And as far as like your opinion and making your opinion known of the players, do it. They don't pay attention, and they don't even maybe hear you. They don't react. Are you disapproving because Jose Canseco is maybe Barfield poster that he would have the audacity to not get a home run every time he stepped to the plate? Well, then by all means, tear out that poster, throw it at him, and threaten his life. This was how it was at Yankee Stadium, or how I remembered it to be. The rules were, there were no rules. And the louder you were, the better. And the more that you could yell at the players, and it was fine, because, they usually didn't respond to you. Or so I thought. One Friday night, we went to Yankee Stadium. We were part of like a Friday night plan with 2 other families, a subscription plan, so we had gone. But, and our seats they were on the first base line, but they were like closer to first base than home plate, and on the lower deck, but still pretty far back in. And we had gone, it was me and my dad, and our neighbor Tom and his son Josh. And at one point, my dad and Tom got out to go and get beer or whatever, and Josh and I were there by ourselves, just digging around. We're a couple of 12-year-olds being left by ourselves at Yankee Stadium, and what we were doing is yelling "psych" at the batters when they would go to take a swing, which is what we would do, at home, at Little League games. It's like the pitch comes in, you yell "psych," the person is startled and takes a swing they don't need to take, and then made a difference. We were raised on farms, everybody. Okay, this is how we have fun. So this is what we're doing at Yankee Stadium. It was they were playing Toronto, and the Toronto was up, and this one batter, the pitch comes in, we yell "psych," he takes a swing, strike 1. I'm like, ah. And then another pitch comes in, ball 1. Another pitch comes in, he takes it, ball 2. Another pitch comes in, we yell "psych," he takes a swing, strike 2. And even though we were just 2 12-year-old kids, who cares, and we were sitting pretty far back, on that second strike, he stepped out of the batter's box, turned, and looked right at us. Yeah, that's exactly what shit just got real, okay? He's not supposed to hear us or react to anything that we do. That's what I thought just kind of went on here, And now it's like, sitting there and we are frozen. Okay, me and Josh, we're not even moving our lips to talk to each other. It was kind of like, did he really looking at us? Yeah, shut up, you shut up. And that's not helping us to blend, being the only 2 people who were frozen, And then the people in front of us kind of turn around and are looking at us because they see that he's looking at something and they know that we were yelling. And now he gets the umpire and calls the umpire over and is pointing at us. And then the umpire's pointing at Jamie over there, yes I do. And oh my God, and now the ball game has stopped. So all of Yankee Stadium knows something has happened. They don't know it's me yet, but they know something is up. As I'm sitting there and I'm terrified because I don't know what's going to happen. What's going to happen when our dads come back? Oh my God, is there really a jail below this stadium? As quickly as it happened, it was done. Batter shrugged it off, umpire shrugged it off, who cares? And they went back to the game. And Dad and Tom came back, and I think Tom must have said something like, "Oh, what did we miss?" And me and Josh answered too quickly, like, "Nothing." And we're still sitting there, like deer in the headlights, and not really moving. And I was still pretty shaken up, but at the same time, I was already planning how I was going to tell my friends that Monday about what happened. The time that I, Dana Rossi, from Nazareth, Pennsylvania, this small little town, brought all of Yankee Stadium to a standstill. Thanks.